Friends, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. EPL fans are globally present, and that's the true beauty of English Premier League, which is everybody loves it. Thank you for joining us to watch this video. And as always, in this daily EPL talk, we have a very important topic to talk about, which is Sergio Aguero. He has retired from football as a player. Why did he retire? What happened? I think it doesn't matter. What matters is his contribution towards English Premier League. What was his contribution? What was his involvement? And why I rate him as one of the top players that Premier League has given to us, the fans. It doesn't matter which particular club he played for. I know Manchester United fans will hate him or love the news that he is retired. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. What matters is the fact that he gave so much to us, the fans, not just in terms of entertainment, but in terms of great goals, in terms of everything that we have loved to watch about this great league so far. Thank you for joining once again, and let's get started with daily EPL talk. But before we start, I would request you to subscribe, like, and share, and also we will try to give you as much content as possible, which is important. So, there are three topics to be covered today. Obviously, the main topic is Sergio Aguero. We will also cover the fixture list. The matches are still happening. There is COVID everywhere in UK. Which matches will get postponed, which matches will be rescheduled, we don't know. Although Premier League has come out with a very stern statement that no more the requests of Premier League Cup clubs will be accepted to postpone the matches. They have to do with whatever the match day fit squad that they have at the moment. It's a very significant news because COVID is just simply spreading everywhere in UK. What will happen tomorrow? We don't know. What will happen in the future? We don't know. What we know is today there are games which are happening. So we'll talk about that as well. I think first we should start with the most important news of the day, which is Sergio Aguero. He has given us 9 years, and I want to start off first of all with the statement that he said yesterday. He cried. We saw him cry. We felt with him. We felt emotional. I personally felt very emotional. He rallied to say that it was a decision which was made 10 days ago, that he was in the safe hands of Barcelona doctors, and he said, quote, I want to tell everybody that I did everything possible to have some hope, but there was nothing. And then he had the tears. It was incredible to watch. I'm sure there will be fans of Premier League from his home country, Argentina, from Manchester, from India, from US, everywhere would have watched him cry, whether it's live, whether it's on YouTube. But I still remember there was a great speech that he had not given when he left Premier League, when he left Manchester, when he said goodbye to Etihad Stadium. Just a few thank yous, a few jokes. And what did he say in the interview? My English is okay, huh? Before recalling that famous afternoon. Yes, 90 plus 3, Queen's Park Ranger moment. When he identified it as playing shit. Sorry, my bad words, but that's pure English, football language. He said, honestly, I played shit. I was so bad. But we remember it very well. Aguero had been at City for 9 years. He scored 254 goals. If I cover those aspects, let's go to that as well. Yes, he covered 254 goals, 180 of them in the Premier League itself. Only three players had scored more than him. I'm sure it's pretty easy to think about those names. Andy Cole 187, Wayne Rooney 208, and Alan Shearer 260. All three of them were ahead of him. But if you think about the kind of longevity that Sergio Aguero had, the kind of time that he spent, let's think about it. Sergio Aguero, his winning goal at QPR, what did it have? It had a minimum backlift. He steadied himself, he took a touch, he hit it hard, and it was at the end of the post where goalkeeper just could not reach. There have been tons of such goals he has scored, but I'm sure nobody remembers it. When he announced himself to English Premier League in April 2012, when he hit for the first time at Carrow Road against Norwich City, whether it was Aston Villa, going past Phil Jones in April 2013 at Old Trafford, right at the Manchester United fortress in that famous 2012-13 season, against Chelsea, West Bromwich, Tottenham, Everton, when he was playing for the trophy under Manuel Pellegrini. He has done it all, whether it was that goal which wasn't to be against Tottenham, where he had provided an assist, whether it was the crucial 2-1 win in against Liverpool that swung the title in 2018-19 season in Manchester City's favour. Everybody had spells in English Premier League. Everybody remembers Cristiano Ronaldo, Fernando Torres, Robin van Persie, Luis Suarez so fondly. But what made Sergio Aguero different? What made him different was he was never in the news. He was always known just for the goals. Probably the only incident that I can think of when I remember him was when he got sent off for a very dreadful tackle on David Luiz against Chelsea, where City had lost the game 3-1. And this was in December 2016. Other than that, I can't think of any controversy. He was the son in law of famous footballer, Argentinian legend Diego Maradona. Ex son in law, let's put it that way. But never in the news other than for his football, other than his contributions. When Pep Guardiola arrived at Manchester City, people thought that first thing that would go away is Sergio Aguero. Gabriel Jesus was brought in to play in the style that Pep Guardiola wanted. People thought that Gabriel Jesus will be more impactful than Aguero, but it wasn't to be. Aguero became irreplaceable. His movement in the box, his nose for the goal, his ability to dart to the near post, pull off that pull himself into deep in the box or wherever his best chance is to score the goal. He was there, and then he had a trademark finish that I just described. A minimal backlift, hit it early, and aim for the near post. A, any striker who wants to be a good at this role or its position, this is what you have to do. You have to watch the videos of Sergio Aguero. Sergio Aguero from Premier League Museum. I want to wish you all the best. I'm very hopeful that we will get to see you soon. Maybe as a manager, maybe you will be getting the badges. Maybe this is the time for you to go back and look at all the beautiful goals that you have scored. Or maybe life beyond just football, which sometimes we think that doesn't exist. We think that a footballer's life is just football, whether it's as a player or a manager. What do you think? Please do let us know. But let's move on now. Next, we come to the next segment, which is game updates. So let's again talk about what are the game updates. All right. So this is what it all is about. The Premier League table. So yesterday there were two matches. Obviously, City had a big hammering given to Leeds United. I worry for Leeds, as I told you before when we talked about the relegation battle, and you can watch that video as well. I worry about Leeds. If you look at the fixture that Leeds have, let's see. They still have Arsenal to play, they still have Liverpool to play, and obviously the fixtures against Aston Villa, a regenerated Aston Villa, would not be easy. And by the way, Aston Villa won yesterday. They won against who? They won against Norwich. I worry for Norwich as well. This was a game they should have won. They did not. What are the next few fixtures look like for Norwich? Let's check those out as well and see those. West Ham, Arsenal, Crystal Palace, Leicester City. Pretty winnable. I wouldn't say that they are bad, but they have to start winning matches. I mean, you gotta win matches, man. So it will be tough, right? Obviously, we have three matches coming up today. Brighton faces Wolves today. We have Southampton versus Crystal Palace today, as well as we have Burnley versus Watford. The match that I'm personally going to watch and what I would encourage is Burnley versus Watford. Come on. This is what this is probably my this is where I would bet on Watford. If you cannot win the match against Burnley today, I can say bye bye to you. If Burnley cannot win or draw the match today, I would definitely worry. I would worry for Sean Dyche's season. So I know I'm taking both the sides, but that's why I think of this is going to be the match of the day today. Southampton, well, if they have a match today against Crystal Palace, and what I'm looking forward to is, can Ralph Hasenhüttl live up to his expectation? Can he make sure that Southampton is not dragged into the relegation battle? Think about it. If they lose today, they're already in the deep shit. They're already within 6 points, the margin of error for relegation. Leeds, Watford, we already know will be in the thick. Will Southampton be in Southampton? Will Southampton be also in the relegation battle? That's what remains to be seen. But again, in Premier League is always interesting, and I love it. I love it. Do you remember who said it? Kevin Keegan. All right, so we come to the final segment, and which is the rumor of the day. Yes, it's not that Wayne Rooney is back as a player, but he's back. The rumors are that Everton club is lining up Wayne Rooney as the next manager if Rafa Benitez doesn't improve the results. True or not, we'll get to see, but that's your rumor of the day. What do you think about it? Is he gonna be successful? What have I heard about Derby County with Wayne Rooney? I think that's a food for thought. We'll cover that in another segment. Thank you for watching. Please do let us know how you found it, what you want us to improve, what content you want from Premier League every day. Like us on Facebook, Twitter, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you very much.